Rock and Roll Train uses 3 chords for the main riff and the chorus. The first chord is the A major chord, but we just play string 5, 4 and 3 to give the A power chord sound in the AC/DC fashion of playing this with 1 finger. So you could do this, it wouldn't sound any different, but it would be best so that we can get this quick change to the D power chord essentially, because we're not having this thinnest string ringing out. We're going to go 1 finger A, covering strings 2, 3 and 4 like this, to a D5, which is a normal D major without the without the middle finger here. So A5, D5, A5, D5, and that's just strumming like that, and then 2 strums of the final D chord. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're always strumming from the root note of the chord, so the A chord always strums from the A string, and the D5 always strums from the D string, from string 4. A, D, A, D, D. D again briefly, then we play this chord, which is a G5. It's kind of like the normal G major chord, but without the first finger actually down. That finger isn't there, and we mute string 5 with the underside of the middle finger. Again in the AC/DC chords style fashion. Back to the D, finishing on the A. So this would be... That was 1 D, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. And just to, so you can hear me, that was 4 Gs, 1, 2, 3, 4. To D, that's 4 of the Ds, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3 As, 1, 2, 3. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. In total, A, D, A, D, 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 G, 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 D, 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 A, A, A. Turning the volume up a little bit. Turning the volume all the way up on the guitar. That mute here is so crucial. Total silence there, remember? Absolute silence there. And you can do all of these strums on a down strum, or you can, try and instinctively use a down or an up, whichever feels better to you. But playing this with all downs... and then sort of using downs and ups in a way that you might strum it, for example. Maybe this is better in the chorus. Little bit smoother, a little bit less aggressive, but both are absolutely fine. That is the main riff. If you need more help with those AC/DC style chords, there's a link to it in the top corner just there. But we're going to get onto the verse now, which goes like this, where we have this chord, which we can think about that as the Keith Richards style chord. We can think about it as All Right Now. And it's also used in, what's it called? Think, Andy, think. And it's also used in Rock and Roll Damnation, also by AC/DC. Which I also have a tutorial for, but it's essentially that 1 finger A chord with the second finger put down where a finger would be down on a D chord, so going like this, and then the third finger, 4th string, 4th fret. So it's A, fingers down, A, fingers down. Kind of like the substituting for the D chord, really. And then the second time it happens, So, do, 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 do. And that is the verses. One hot angel, one cool devil, your mind on the fantasy, living on the ecstasy. Just some quality AC/DC style lyrics there. Then we have the bridge. In America, you guys call this a pre-chorus because it always comes, it's this section of a song which is between a verse and the chorus. So pre-chorus, in England we call it a bridge. And the chords to that, there's two ways we can do this bit basically. We'd have, so that was D, A, C, G, and G, D, G, D. But the way that Angus plays it, he only plays a couple of strings out of those chords, which goes like this. So we're going to use plucking. What word is that? So we're going to use finger plucking for this, or finger style. And if you're holding your pick, you need to do it with the middle finger and the third finger like this. And therefore you can keep your pick in your hand, you don't have to put it down or anything. Doesn't sound very good if I demo it there, but if I do it here, I can rest my hand just here on the bridge and the pickup really. And get a good tone out of these notes. That's part of a D chord. That's the first and the fifth out of an A chord. That was 1 to 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then open, and then it's like a D5 really. Really slow. Hands together. Or I always used to just go, but it does sound cool to. It's got a little boogie to it, which is what rock and roll's all about. You've got to have a little boogie in rock and roll. And then let the D chord ring out, and we're back to the chorus. Verse again. Exactly as we have done, and then we're back to. Then we're into the chorus after we let the D ring out. The end of the chorus we have the guitar solo, which I will show you, but the rhythm parts are just the end of the chorus really. Down, 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 down. A, G, A, D, D, hang on. A, G, G, D, D, A, G, G, D, D, A. Alright, this is one of the easiest Angus Young solos you will ever learn, but it's not easy. It's not easy. There's some faster bits, trickier bits, but at least the start most people will be able to have a good go at. So we have a bend up, A minor pentatonic, this is where we are. 1, 2, 3, 4, fairly straightforward. 4th fret to 7. That's what we're wanting first of all. You should be able to get that from the tab and also from listening to the record if you're used to minor pentatonics type stuff. If you're not, I've got the 10 easiest lead guitar solos for you to learn in a separate video. Do a search on YouTube and that will really help you get this under your belt. After that, we move up position. Which is commonly referred to as the B.B. King box shape, because we have kind of a box shape of position 1, and then the top of position 2 it's kind of like that, those 4 notes again. That's the first part. So that is 8 to 9, 8, 9, 10, 9, 8. To finish, (12 and 13 together). All together with a little bit of overdrive, but nice and slow. 1, 2, 3, 4. And to finish, last 2 notes again.